Hello, children. I hope you understood the gametogenesis, in which we have learned about spermatogenesis and oogenesis. Today's topic for our learning is menstrual cycle. Children, we have learned in reproduction in general first chapter. We have learned the reproduction. In that reproduction, there are two types of cycles where the animals will undergo. One is a menstrual cycle, and the other is a estrous cycle. The menstrual cycle generally occurs in the placental mammals like primates, and example where we are going to study the menstrual cycle in humans. It is a reproductive cycle where it begins with the at the puberty. At the puberty stage in females, it begins. You have learnt in the lower classes, which is known as the menarche, the beginning of the menstrual cycle, and it lasts for 28 to 29 days. And next, what are the events from one menstrual cycle, menstruation to the next menstruation? The events between is called as the menstrual cycle. There are certain events will take place, children, during this menstrual cycle. That is, the events from one to the next end of that to the next menstrual cycle, we call it as the menstrual cycle. The whole events, we call it as a cyclic because it occurs for every 28 to 29 days. So, this menstrual cycle is classified into different phases, children. If you see the diagram, we can say it is the menstrual phase, the first phase, and the second phase is called the proliferative or follicular phase, and the third phase is called as the ovulatory phase, and the last phase is called as here the luteal phase. Here, children, we see many even the uterine events, ovarian events. We see here two ways where the ovary and in the ovary as well as in uterus, what are the changes will be taking place, and at the same time we also see the hormones, ovarian hormones and uterine hormones. These two hormonal changes also we can observe in this menstrual cycle. So, phase wise, let us see what is happening in the different phases. Let us see the first phase, which is called as the menstrual phase, children. And it lasts for 3 to 5 days. And it leads to menstrual flow. During these 3 to 5 days, there is a menstrual flow. What is this menstrual flow? Actually, it contains the blood and certain broken egg. The pieces and epithelial tissue and all that will be seen in this menstrual flow. So, what is the cause of the menstrual phase? That is because of the what are the epithelial tissue, the broken tissue and all from where it is formed, that is the inner layer of the uterus, which is known as the endometrium. You have learnt in the female reproductive system, there are in the uterus there are three layers: perimetrium, myometrium and endometrium. The endometrium, which is a glandula, will break down, and along with that the blood vessels also will break down, which leads to menstrual flow. This whole fluid part along with all this blood and other tissues, it will go out through vagina. So in the menstrual phase, this is the menstrual flow is observed, which takes place for 3 to 5 days. When does this menstrual cycle occur? Every month for every 28 to 29 days, we can see the menstrual flow and menstrual cycle, provided the egg is not fertilized. Here you are seeing, children, when it will be caused, that when the egg is not fertilized. So, suppose the individual there is no menstruation, it is an indication, we can take it as one of the indication for pregnancy. But there are other reasons also, children, because a menstrual cycle is not occurring in the individual because the menstrual cycle is normally controlled by certain hormones. Nowadays, we are hearing about a hormonal imbalance. That also may be one of the reasons for not the menstrual cycle is not taking place in a regular way, or it may be due to poor health or stress. Many reasons are also there, but the fertilization or the pregnancy is can be one of the reasons for the lack of menstruation. So that's about the first phase, children, in the menstrual cycle. And the second phase is the proliferative phase or follicular phase. In oogenesis, you have understood that the primary oocyte will be protected by primary follicle, and later again more granulosa layers are added and it will be turned into secondary follicle, and later it is formed as a tertiary follicle with antrum, and finally it will be developing into mature Graafian follicle. So all these follicle development you can observe in the follicular phase. You can also see in the diagram, children, along with the follicular development, you can also see the uterus wall, endometrium, which is ruptured in between 3 to 5 days, is again being regenerating. That is why the phase is also called as proliferative phase. And this regeneration of endometrium takes place. And how this will be done? How these cycles, this second phase, proliferative phase, or even the menstrual phase is done. Here, children, you can observe it is controlled by two types of hormones. So, there are two types of hormones helping in these changes. One is the pituitary hormones. Children, we have learned in spermatogenesis also about the hormonal function that are these are the pituitary hormones. They secrete they help, they are the gonadotropins, which are the two gonadotropins LH and FSH, luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone. These two hormones are increased in their level during follicular phase. So, what is the function of these hormones? They help in follicular development, and also they help in secretion of estrogen by growing follicles. Now, you observe in the diagram, children, the LH and FSH, they will be luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone, which are slowly increasing from the menstrual phase to the mid of the cycle. So the 14th day, where the LH and FSH, the gonadotropins, are reaching to the peak, that is at the middle of the cycle. LH especially reaching to the maximum level at 14th day. That 14th day, the peak of the LH, we call it as LH surge, which induces, what is the use of this LH surge? One mark MCQ, you can get this question. It induces the rupture of the Graafian follicle. What is there in the Graafian follicle, children? The secondary oocyte will be developing, and if you remember, oogenesis will be developing into ovum and a second polar body, where the ovum is released from the Graafian follicle on the 14th to 15th day in the mid of the cycle. So, this process, which is known as ovulation. So, this third phase, it is the third phase, which we also called as the ovulatory phase. Coming to the fourth phase, children, now you have seen all the follicles development, beginning of the day to the primary, secondary, tertiary, and Graafian follicle. Finally, it is reaching to the ovulation ke baad, this Graafian follicle will be developing into corpus luteum. That is why this phase is called luteal phase. You can easily remember this is the luteal phase. So next, the corpus luteum. What is the function of this corpus luteum? It helps in secreting a hormone, that is the progesterone. Progesterone. Earlier we have seen there is secretion of estrogen. Now it is helping for the production of progesterone. What is the use of this progesterone? Its progesterone is useful for the maintenance of endometrium, inner lining of the uterus. Why the inner lining is so particular here, endometrium? Because it is very helpful for implantation of fertilized egg. The fertilized egg, if the egg is fertilized, it will be implanted, it will be fixed in this endometrium. That is why the maintenance of endometrium is very much essential. So, during, if there is a pregnancy, suppose when is the pregnancy, children, if the egg is fertilized, then the zygote will be formed. There we can see that the development of the zygote embryo and all that. So, during pregnancy, all these menstrual cycle events will stop. So, therefore, there is no menstruation. So, suppose if there is no pregnancy, then what happens to the corpus luteum? Corpus luteum will be no more functional. It will degenerate. Then once the corpus luteum degenerate, what happens? What is the use of this corpus luteum? I told you, maintenance of endometrium. Once the corpus luteum is not there, there is no progesterone. So what happens? It causes the destruction of endometrium. Again, we can see the next cycle begins in the form of menstruation. So, let us see again, once again, all the steps, children. One is the phases of the menstrual cycle. The first phase of the menstrual cycle lasts for 3 to 5 days, causing to the menstrual flow. Why it is causing menstrual flow? Because of the breakdown of the inner lining of the uterus, that is the endometrium, along with the blood vessels. It comes out, passes through vagina. When is the menstrual flow occur? When does it occur? If the egg is not fertilized. Then the second phase, children, you can see proliferative or follicular phase, which is the growth of a primary follicle, secondary follicle, tertiary follicle, and Graafian follicle. And another is endometrium, regeneration of endometrium through proliferation. That is why this process is also called as this phase is also called as proliferative phase. Coming to the hormones of here, which are helping, two are there, uterine hormones and ovarian hormones. If you observe the gonadotropins, which are the LH and FSH, which will help in increase of the during follicular phase, which will help in follicular development and secretion of estrogen by growing follicles. So, again coming back to the gonadotropins LH and FSH will be reaching to the peak on the 14th day, that is the middle of the cycle. LH reaching to the maximum on the 14th day, which is called as LH surge, which induces the rupture of a Graafian follicle. When the Graafian follicle ruptures, egg will be released. We call the process as ovulation. That is the third phase, that is the ovulatory phase. Then coming to the next fourth phase, luteal phase, where the Graafian follicle will be converted into corpus luteum. The corpus luteum is very important because it secretes another ovarian hormone, that is progesterone. The progesterone helps in maintenance of endometrium, which is essential for implantation of the fertilized egg. So, coming to the menarche and menopause. Menarche, we have learned, children, that is the beginning of the menstrual cycle. Then coming to the menopause, the stops and the menstruation will be stopped at the age of 50 years and so. This is the Menarche is the beginning of the reproductive phase, whereas the menopause is the end of the reproductive phase. In the reproduction chapter, in the beginning, first chapter also we have learnt, which is the end. In between menarche and menopause only, we call in the females as the reproductive phase. And after this, it will enter into the senescent phase. So, children, this is about the menstrual cycle, and the diagram, the graph like diagram is very, very important. You have to remember the events. Sometimes they'll give you the plain graph and they'll ask you to mention the events or the phases, what will happening in between these days, 3 to 5 days and 5 to 8 days, like that they'll be asked. So, this diagram and the events are very, very important. Okay, thank you, children.